Hey guys, we haven't done a garden video in a long time, so I figured that I would do one. It's been, gosh, like 2-3 weeks, something like that. Got my little man here today. Smiley McSmilerson. He's got a little tooth coming through, and he's been doing some teething, so that's been fun. But let's talk about this food forest today. First of all, hi to all the new gardeners out there. My name's Lane Fornerat, aka Lane Vids, and this channel is all about growing that delicious food that you can eat right from your garden and doing it in a way that is good to, it builds a forest for you so that it continues to deliver food over and over again. So if you're interested in that, you might want to consider clicking that subscribe button. As always, a good food forest, or any garden really, needs a foundation, you need good soil, good nutrition, good everything in that foundation. And so that's why I compost. There's a Yimby Tumbling Composter. Like I always say, I'll link it up down in the description below. You guys can go and check it out. But I've had this thing for like, gosh, going on 2 years now. In December, it'll be 2 years. It seems to be holding up very nicely, I gotta say. And it's got, it has a divider in here, but you don't have to use the divider if you don't want to. I've been trying to add some more brown type stuff into there. And it seems to be doing a good job of making stuff for me. This side's empty right here, so I gotta add some stuff to that side once this side gets full. And then we also have our compost bin over here as well. Excuse the airplane up there. I've been throwing some scraps this way. Still got our cardboard kind of decomposing down there. Looks like some things are growing up right there. I don't know what that is, those little yellow flowers. Not too sure what exactly is growing right there. So this, I'm kind of thinking next year, I might actually trim all these trees back right here and make a garden out of this right here. I don't know if it's gonna work. Don't quote me on saying that I'm definitely gonna do that, but that's a possibility because it's like nice and built up. I know there's good fertilized soil there. The question about it is light, because we have so many trees in our backyard. I don't know if enough light's gonna get to it, but it's worth investigating. Maybe we can try like a couple of small plants in there and see what happens. I got one tree right here. It's doing its thing. Got a little dragonfly action on it right there. It seems to be growing. It's been really hot lately, so some things might be a little dried out. The orange tree is doing amazing this year. I'm so surprised that we have kept so many of these oranges or satsumas, whatever you want to call them, on the tree for so long. Usually we never have gotten this amount, and it's growing good, which is very exciting. A little fun fact about this plant right here is that for Krista and I's 4th anniversary, we've been married 12 years, so 8 years ago we got this plant. And because fruits and vegetables is the traditional gift for 4-year anniversaries, I go by the traditional gift whenever I get anniversary gifts. And so we decided to do something that would last, as opposed to just something that you just eat, like a fruit of the month type thing. And that's that one in that old lemon tree. Y'all remember that old lemon tree? It's a little stump now right over there. But those two were anniversary gifts. Great idea if you guys are into planting, if your wife's into planting. This tree is just really taken off. Very excited about this. Don't think we're gonna get any production out of it this year, but hopefully next year with how much growth we've seen on this thing. Very excited about. I think that's a plum tree, if I'm not mistaken, right there too. So the trees are looking excellent in the back of the yard here, so I'm very excited about that. We have been getting cucumbers like crazy. I'm about to show y'all. I don't know if Krista picked them all or not. We'll have to go and take a look at them. But the cucumbers have just been ravenous this year. Is that even correct? I don't know. And this is the blueberry bush right here. It's not really blueberry season anymore. So it's just kind of doing its thing, doing its growing thing. Hopefully it gets bigger and bigger. Just like this little guy right here. He eats all the blueberries. You gonna eat all the blueberries? We got our elderberry right here. This I accidentally ran over with the lawnmower earlier this season, and it grew back really strong. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens with this. I haven't seen any berries on it yet though. And then we have this garden right here. It's got kind of, with this little guy right here, we haven't really had much time to like maintain a lot of the garden, or what we've established right here. Although these little flowers right in here have been doing fairly well. And I found out that they supposedly help to keep mosquitoes away, so that's a good thing as well down here in Louisiana. All of the none of the cucumber plants right here really did well. That kind of surprised me because last year they did fairly well. Look at this dill though. This dill is insane. We've been talking about cutting it back for a couple weeks now, and we just haven't gotten around to it, but that thing has just exploded, along with this roselle too. Do y'all remember whenever I planted this? It was, gosh, not just a couple of months ago, and this thing is just doing amazing. I remember my gardener, or my garden buddy, saying that these things love sun, so give them lots of sun. So that's what we did. So it survived Barry. Y'all remember it fell over during Barry, Hurricane Barry. Got some alligator grass right there. We need to clean all that up. But right here we have lemon balm, which is doing great. Really covering up this area, which is one of the reasons why we planted that there. And then same thing with the comfrey here. Although it looks like it's dying because of the heat, this thing is going to come back. I guarantee it. That stuff's actually pretty hard to get rid of. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Oh, our banana tree. Check this thing out. Remember I got it for Father's Day, an early Father's Day gift? That thing is growing. Very excited about that. They said it's a hardy plant, so hopefully we get a lot of good production out of this once it gets tall enough. So I'm very excited to see what happens with that little guy right there. There used to be some basil and some rosemary back here. I just remembered, and I'm trying to see if I can spot them, but I don't see any. Y'all see any basil or rosemary? Let me know in the comments below. Put a timestamp. I think we may have, oh look, is that some? No, that's lemon. That's lemon right there. Huh. I don't know what happened to those herbs that we planted in here. I guess we'll have to plant some more. Or they may actually come back next, whenever it gets a little bit cooler. We have long growing seasons here, so it could be like October or something. So click that subscribe button if you guys want to see what happens there. Also, if you guys are looking for any of the things that we've used to establish our food forest, I'm gonna link it all down in the description below. You guys can go and check it out. Read some of the other reviews and see if it's something that's appropriate for your food forest or your garden. So back here, okay, we actually did something a little different. Haven't done this before. The trash heap, we mowed it. I actually mowed over all of this right here, and it just wasn't producing anything. It was just kind of becoming a weed area and whatnot. As you can see, we already have some things kind of popping up right over there, grass-wise. So what I'd like to do over here, I need to take you guys to my gardener friends. He owns a shop here called the Urban Naturalist, and he has like these arches of pipes that he builds. And viney stuff grows on top, and then he plants stuff underneath, and then it gives the kids like a nice place to play underneath. I'm really thinking about doing that. I just don't know how much it costs, so I need to kind of figure that out. But I really like the way it looks, and I think it would look really good right here. So that is a possibility. I'm not going to say that I'm definitely doing it. We have still getting peppers. We can't get rid of these peppers. We have so many peppers, it's ridiculous. Whatever happened to that asparagus? I forgot about the asparagus. Look, all this right here. All this like flimsy, what do you call that? Like small stuff. I don't know how to describe it. Light stuff. All this right here. This is all asparagus. We need to get in there and clean that out a little bit and see if we can get some production of that. That's awesome. I forgot about that. Good to know that it's still going. More peppers. The wrinkled peppers, good peppers, bigger peppers. We got peppers all over the place right in here. Now check this out. Look at this. This is the cucumbers that I was talking about. They have just exploded with some of the rain that we've been getting every afternoon here in Louisiana. And look at that one right there. Look at that. That is a beautiful cucumber right there. What do you think about that? Are you gonna eat that? Huh? Are you gonna eat that cucumber? Yeah. Again, more peppers right here. All these flowers should turn into cucumbers, all the yellow that you see there. So like I said, the cucumbers are just exploding right now. Seems like we planted them at the perfect time, and which was a couple months ago, and we've been eating a ton. Look, here's another one right here. We just got back from a trip a couple of weeks ago, and it rained during a lot, so we had Krista picked like, I don't know, 5 to 7 of them whenever we got back. So we're kind of letting them grow again and whatnot. Oh look, there's another one right there. Look at that cucumber right there. Yes, looking good. I'm loving it. You guys like cucumbers? Let me know that down in the comments below. Just say, yeah, I like cucumbers, or nah, I don't like cucumbers. You know what? I'll put a little poll right there too if I can remember. The passion vine is still growing. It still has buds on it too. Just haven't seen much fruit from it. I think Krista said that she may have kind of cut a little bit of it because it was just really starting to take over back here, but it's kind of filling out the fence right there, which I think looks good. And then we also have another change in here. This is sad. This was sad to go. It's a RIP, just like the grape plant. Remember the grape plant? Our Mexican midget tomatoes, they didn't make it. It got too messed up. The fence started falling. I think it uprooted some of the tomatoes. And then we just, with this little guy, it was hard to take care of the garden. And so the grass got really gross right there. And so we just had to take it all out. Hopefully there's some little seeds down there though from ones that have fallen that'll grow back. We'll see. If not, we know where to get them from my, would that be my grandpa-in-law? So looking out over here by this apple tree, we got this beauty growing right here. This should be a nice sunflower that I planted last year and it just popped up out of nowhere. So very excited about that. And then we also, look at this apple tree, guys. Look at that. Look at all that green on there. I love it. I'm so excited for that apple tree right there. And then the blueberry bush again, this one right here is just kind of doing its thing while it's not producing. It's just growing. So very excited about what's going to happen with that blueberry bush right there. So like I said, if you guys are looking for the stuff to grow a food forest, I'm gonna link it all up down in the description below. You guys can go and check that out. We do a lot of companion planting. There's a book actually called Carrots Love Tomatoes that I can recommend. I'll link it up down in the description below as well. That talks about what types of crops you should plant together because they complement each other. Oh look, here's another pepper right there. Y'all see that? It was on the other side of the fence. Got that pepper. We got that cucumber right there. Man, that's a good looking cucumber. Yes! Just looking on the back of the fence here now. So, if you guys are interested in establishing that food forest in your backyard, make sure to click that subscribe button. I'm gonna put some of the other videos that I've done about our food forest right here on the screen. You guys can click one of those videos. I'll see y'all in those videos. Thank y'all for watching. That thumbs up is always appreciated. And keep composting and growing stuff. Bye, guys.